Hello， 大家好，我係HEYK，繼續翻霍格華茲的傳承 Hogwarts Legacy。咁繼續翻主線啦，血脈的陰影下，有人睇到咧，巴斯蒂人咧同埋斯巴士人同埋奧米尼斯佢兩個好友嚟嘅，咁就喺度嘈交啊！喺個 Great Hall 度，我哋翻到嚟 Hogwarts 度啊，呢度。
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
唔知邊個係奧米尼斯咧？就係之前咧，阿斯巴士人帶我哋去嗰個地穴嘅時候咧，佢先至係知道地穴，而且發現地穴嗰條友嚟嘅，亦都係學院 Slytherin 嘅繼承者之一啊！
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
畢竟 dark arts 係好危險啊！
Ominous is right. Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
你唔可以話俾我聽嘅，講唔講呢？
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
酷刑咒咩嚟咧？
What does the Cruciatus curse do?
It's known as the torture curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
的確係好危險嘅 spell 嚟嘅，似乎我哋有冇機會學到呢個咒？似乎係一個好 torture 型嘅 spell 嚟嘅。別無選擇，定呢個呢？
That's awful. But no matter the circumstance, he should never have cast it. He should have known better.
Trust me, it's not as easy as you might assume, thinking straight when you've been hit with Crucio. After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough.
估唔到 Ominous 係一個
I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
都咁有義氣啊！對 Sparsi 人嚟講，其實都好。咁我哋就之後再等 Sparsi 人嘅消息啊，再進一步了解 Dark Arts 同埋關於個藏經樓。咁之後我哋嘅行動就係上堂嘅時候啦。夜晚上咩堂呢？就係上天文學啊，所以我哋睇翻個 mission list 度咧，就係 back to find 我哋要去嘅位置。天文學課程，沙亞教授第一次上到天文學嘅 lesson。好明顯地圖啊，我哋睇翻地圖，天文學應該係去翻天文塔啦。Ominous 即係之前對我哋嘅態度咧，好無禮啊！ 都唔算無禮嘅。如果講到無禮嘅話咧，應該我哋發現到佢個秘密地方，咁就叫無禮啊。所以佢先咁鬼激氣。點解 Sebastian 話呢個秘密地方俾呢個新仔聽，又唔講俾我知，仲要佢保密？之後應該我哋有機會再了解到 Ominous 個學生。Here we go。天文課。
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Observation deck, of course. 呢個地方亦都係 Dumbledore。
Still don't have your
鄧布利多
You can't
死
be
嘅
a
地
new
方啊！
student forever, you know.
俾
You can share
Professor
with Mr.
Snape
Takar.
用魔杖整啲落去個位置。
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, no, bring it into focus on your own.
因為呢個 student 咁似，佢個表情有啲似布爾斯文嗰啲樣啊。OK，check it out。我哋用下呢個聚焦。There we go！ 哇，見到好多星啊！但係其實睇落去好似純粹好多
Now, I expect all of you to
點
put
咁
in
樣。
your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands, from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
咁快落堂啦！睇嚟
Oh, hello.
天文塔係好
I'm
凍嘅地方
We
啊！
met in potions class. I'm happy to report that we've yet to have any explosions in this
Raven
class.
哥啊，佢係
Hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I
面
hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
How nice of you 啊！但係我唔可以收你嘅，
I can't do that, Amit.
你都可能
You
需要
might need
喎。
it.
No, really.
我可以自己
you
買
can.
過其實，
And I
我
won't.
唔想用
It's
二
my
手啊，
own
因
one.
為
I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin
So
cut
the bigger
glass,
chip,
first-rate
yo,
optical
go, yeah,
enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh, I hope it's a secret 啊！講啲秘密我聽。
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope?
Serious 。
It's a dog, isn't
會
it?
唔會真係見到天狼星咧？我哋
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
check 下其他學生啲對話先。
Amit thinks he knows everything. Even told me he can speak gobbledygook.
Oh.
Sounded like gibberish to me.
識講精靈語添啊！How about you？
I had heard about these odd stone tables out in the Highlands. Perhaps that's what Professor Shah was talking about.
OK，跟住呢位呢個又係叫 Weasley，我記得。
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart. Ugh, not how I wanted to spend my evening.
有冇啲咩對話咧同呢個 professor？ 冇啊 so far。佢會唔會教我啲 spell 咧？之後有。我哋去揾嗰位阿 Meet 先，去拎嗰個望遠鏡。呢度。
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
仲話舊，睇落去好似好新啊。OK， 嗱呢個我哋要利用到呢個 spell， 係啦，咁就攞到個智能 Ages。我而家 collect 咗37啦，差唔多完成啦。collect 到50咧，我哋會獲得完成某個挑戰咧，然後獲得某個 skins 服裝之類。我最記得就係電影《哈利波特》邊集咧？死神的聖物嘅前一集叫咩咧？啊，混血嘅王子啊，Harry Potter 就匿喺呢一度，望到鄧不利多咧，俾 Professor Snape 咧用支汪施法跌落去，死咗。
Do not let it be wasted.
不過本身其實係馬糞嚟刺殺佢自己個校長，即係鄧不利多先。之後咧 ，Snape 先至喺下邊嗰位出現。喺呢度 ，There you are.
The perfect night for. Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
隱藏星座，你需要揾人幫佢揾，需要有人幫佢揾到。但係即係咁簡單望遠鏡望到。
Ah, I had a feeling there would be a catch to that telescope.
No. I certainly wasn't trying to bribe you or anything. But are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Sure.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it.
天文學
Shall we?
我都有啲興趣啊。Astronomy。
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
走得咁快突然你呢度
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Lumos, happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
我大佬
sure.
OK， 你唔好耍我至真啊！中國有啲心懷不企圖嘅一啲學生，心懷不軌。
A little foreboding.
唔好
A
預
few
咁啊！你嘅
cobwebs and
先
some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Revelio.
咩地方嚟呢度？綠色嘅浴缸，呢浴缸咧被鎖住喺呢一個室內空間入邊。據說呢個浴缸咧被施法咗啊！幾十年前咧，如果學生太過着迷於讀書而忘記注重個人衞生咧，佢就會追住呢個學生跑。Magic 嘅浴缸啊！應該我哋要移動呢一個嘅，其實就或者擊破入去都得。我見到其實喺前邊。 藍色嗰個位 ，spider
Revelio.
web，just a web 啫，其實開呢聲先，跟住
Confringo.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, I mean.
don't be coward 啊！
Look, there's a table.
你又話你唔係
I think
coward，
you
唔使
should do the
驚
honors.
蜘蛛啊！
Go on, try it out.
就係呢一度。嗱，之前我哋都見過類似咁嘅地方㗎啦。
Revelio.
果然就係 for 天文學用到嘅位嚟嘅。Just try it out。
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
嗱，如果玩過刺客教條嘅 Origins 嗰陣時咧，有類似咁樣嘅行動咧，我哋做過下，要揾
As
星
soon
座
as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to
對
fill
正
out
某
our
個
star
光
chart.
點。放下先。唯獨呢幾粒星係最閃嘅，轉一轉佢先。好似見到
Stargazing is all about patience
呢個位
and precision.
應該轉動呢一度先。先其實我哋唔需要縮放，我哋只要旋轉個望遠鏡，之後再慢慢定位。點樣移動呢個？大光點應該喺呢度，但係對正啱個 exact 嘅位置咧，有啲難啊。經過初玩到呢一個位。咁樣好似唔係好啱喎。
I know it is nearly impossible to contain your excitement at a moment like this, but keep steady. Gentle adjustments.
Yeah, easy for you to say 啊。對唔正啊喺度，我唔係想咁樣喐啊，真係有啲難控其實。先我哋縮放一下先。大概係咁啊，我估就大概。我哋完全對正啫，因為呢一個位啊，嗱呢一個我哋見到，即係大概7點鐘方向啦，有一個細嘅閃點嘅，我哋見到，嗰邊又有，其實好明顯好易揾到，但係要對正有啲難度。唔通我哋要靠近啲？咁樣真係要 zoom in 啲至啱。原來咪頭先嗰幾個，而係呢幾個星。咁對就正啦。睇先，都 OK 嘅咯喎。再縮放少少先，唔得。差唔多 OK。隔離天琴座。我花咗成分幾鐘時間。
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book
就算
said.
我 zoom 得太
And
out
your
啦。
contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You
但
are
我真係唔想
welcome.
用二手喎，
It
我
has
哋可唔可以
goblin
買
cut
新嘅
glass
咧？
and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
See you soon 啊！好，完成天文學課程。 就如佢頭先所講啦，我哋之後會有機會見到呢一啲天文台咁嘅地方啦。咁啊揾到更多嘅天文台之後，我哋完成咗呢個支線啦。OK。咁啊之後咧，我哋去到先有其他支線嘅世界地圖先轉翻。線應該係呢邊，唔記得咗邊個位。都似係上 Hogsmeade 村。之前我哋遇到Hogsmeade 村嗰個酒保啦，個女 bitch， 佢個朋友，我見到有啲支線嘅，我哋 check 一下先。
Wonder who lives here.
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Any trouble?
Excuse me. Did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
Oh, hello again. How nice to see you. And yes, I did. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph. Only he's gone missing. Rumor is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
I see. 點解會牽連上 Rookwood 嘅？
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
Okay.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
Oh, I see.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself.
Okay.
Claire will be at her shop if you want to speak with her.
守護者，所謂個 Clara 咪就係佢咯。
Ranrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
哦，你就係 Clara。Hello。
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
你兩個之前都同呢個 Clara 有關嘅。
I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's.
St. Mungo's.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
去揾報仇，點知俾人捉咗咧？知唔知邊度紮營咧？
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
交俾佢處理啦。但係你點解唔離開呢個地方咧？條村等 Bardolph return 翻嚟。
Hogwarts is my home. Bardolph and I grew up here. No, We are standing firm.
係啦，
Once
果
my
然佢
brother returns,
等咗 brother 翻嚟。
then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
OK，
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury or worse.
Don't
Please
worry，
be cautious.
我已經有好多經驗啦，對付呢班
You
人。
have to live in fear.
清除妖精營地兩個都係支持你啊，跟住繼續傾傾關於
Might I speak with you?
佢
Yes?
巴打嘅
What
事啊。
about?
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little about your brother's disappearance.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolph herself if she could.
She
擔心
mentioned dark magic in even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
你覺得佢會唔會就咁走咗咧？
Could Bardolph have run off?
No, he'd never leave me here alone. He did speak of going to talk with Victor Rookwood. That worries me almost more than his attempts at mastering dark magic. Rookwood is as dangerous as Ranrock, in my opinion.
有冇打包佢個人行李
Is
咧？
there anything your brother took with him that
或
might
者
help to track him
left 咗
down?
啲嘢喺度咧？
Only his satchel, journal, and a woolen jumper I knitted for him. That's all I can recall.
OK，I'll
I'll let
keep
you
an
know
eye
if I
out。
see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
但願佢 brother 喺度啊！好，睇下佢有啲咩商品先。買啲咩咧？其實佢我最想知。
Where are you?
可以。
I'll not give up hope.
有啲我好多啊，所以我唔買啦。好，究竟佢 brother 生定死咧？我哋留翻下集再繼續調查呢兩條支線連咗一齊做俾大家睇。我哋今集就嚟到呢度，下集見，拜拜。